for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. He'll look to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Second and 2. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
We know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They'll look to throw. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake, trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
These two teams matching up for the second meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one. So now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game, because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. We're scoreless after 1.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And oh, he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
The start of this game has me doing flat. And remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a time.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They hand it off to Mostert.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Steelers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the order.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The Ravens at 8-8 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed, as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Forced out to his left.
He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man Johnson.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to throw again. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake here on first down.
Open man completes it to Claypool.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers.
Deontay Johnson with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Steelers coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10. Again from the 25-yard line. Flush to his right.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs. Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line.
Back to throw now in his own end zone.
Quick slant finding Claypool.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Ready? 50 Maverick. Check man.
They'll throw now on the final play. Escaping the pressure right.
A really nice catch there by Johnson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Throwing on 2nd and 3, Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10, dancing to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 38, Jackson steps away to his left.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Trap 50, trap 50.
They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Chase Claypool
with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson.
He'll find Bateman once more.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
They'll set up a throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone.
Prochet on the return. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be caught. It's James Prochet.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
James Prochet.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Tucker with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool,
27 yards.
And the Steelers are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Throwing is Jackson.
A slant route caught by Bateman. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Tyson Alualu gets in there and drops him.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The end result, 21 yards. Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jackson to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Akella Witherspoon.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get. and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
They go play action here on first down.
He'll hit Mostert again here.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today, and really